So we are here today to introduce to you the best show that's going to be on YouTube from past, present, and the future. We are here on the congregation couch. I am P.I.M.P, aka the Presidential Intellectual Masculinity Perceived. This is my comrade and partner in crime and doing things that rhyme, Pastor Marquise Combs.
Appreciate that introduction, man. God created mankind, so everything was good already. And then, while everything was good, he decided to create mankind in his own image.
His own image. We're going to start it off from the very beginning on what I believe to be what started all the simple things going on, the anti-pimp way, the anti-dip on your chip way, you know what I'm saying? The things that get you where you want to go, get you in your move and your groove. Adam fell us all, baby, and I'm here to let y'all know that the pimp way is on the way. You understand me? This 1100 famous, I'm gonna say it right here with this pimping pass. You know what I'm saying? This dip on my chip go long, understand me?
It go long.
It go long and strong, understand me, Pastor? Go long and strong, huh, baby?
We still,
you understand me,
this
Pastor?
guy right here, he still
understand me,
we got to pray. We got to pray just to make it today.
We got to pray just to make it today.
I don't fool with them cantina things. I like them big chips, you understand me? I like a lot of dip, Pastor.
Maggi onion soup and Nestle reduced cream for the freshest, creamiest dip.
A whole lot of dip on my chip.
We're going to try to get back to this verse. He show out every now and then. We got to wait on him sometime, but we're going to get back to the word.
So, I let them scoop, Pastor.
Verse 2. Verse 2. That's what happened when the word try to go full. Somebody always trying to talk.
Hey, big grab, Pastor. Hey, you want the big grab?
We never know how the show gonna go. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give him a moment.
Big grab, Pastor. Hey, Pastor, hold it.
Lord help. Verse 2.
We're all up there, Pastor. All of it.
Verse 2.
Understand me?
If at any moment your voice raises to a higher octave than a bass, you are no longer pimping, you simping.
Is it just about the voice, or is it what? Sometimes
I use the voice as an analogy. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you gotta be loud and thunderous. Understand me?
I mean, a roar and a scream is two different things. You understand me?
Hey, that's a good analogy, pimp.
You hear me?
That's a good analogy, church. A roar and a scream is two different things. Understand me? That roar go come from deep in the belly. Understand me?
Yeah, I love to hear a man roar. A man roar, whatever made me sit down somewhere. You hear me?
Like a lion.
You know,
like
and if you know me, you understand me. It's a little hard to make me sit down somewhere. But if I hear Mufasa.
Mufasa.
Yeah, boy. I'm gonna sit my ass down somewhere.
Just tingles me.
Yeah, something about that does something to me. Yes, Lord.
Understand me?
There's a scripture that says, "What profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul?"
This is a lesson for y'all simps out here, as far as the perspective of keeping your whole organization in order. Understand me? When you start simping, aka within the context of a man and a woman, Pastor, when you start trying to chase your woman and validate her and please her, what you don't understand, simp, is you actually putting that woman above the Lord. You don't know that at the time, but that's what you're doing. You know what's gonna happen? You guaranteed to lose the woman. You're gonna lose the woman because you put the woman above the Lord.
Without divine order.
Understand me?
Yeah.
So the Lord gonna take her from you. You think you're doing the right thing by worshiping her and laying out the red carpet for no reason whatsoever. Whatsoever, she ain't earned none of that. You just doing because you feel like it's the right thing to do, and the Lord gonna take you from her. I ain't seen one simp out here right now, Pastor, who is still winning. Every simp right now in 2022, Pastor, taking L's, big L's, Pastor. They losing everything they got, including the woman. So we are here today to introduce to you the best show that's going to be on YouTube from past, present, and the future. We are here on the congregation couch. I am the P.I.M.P, aka the Presidential Intellectual Masculinity Perceived. This is my comrade and partner in crime and doing things that rhyme, Pastor Marquise Collins.
Appreciate that introduction, man. God created mankind. So everything was good already. And then, while everything was good, he decided to create mankind in his own image.
His own image. We're going to start it off from the very beginning on what I believe to be what started all the simple things going on, the anti-pimp way, the anti-dip on your chip way, you know what I'm saying? The things that get you where you want to go, get you in your move, in your groove. Adam fell us all, baby, and I'm here to let y'all know that the pimp way is on the way. All right, church, man. We back here and there again, understand me? For all two of y'all watching, understand me? Can you put a 1 in the chat? Make sure y'all can hear me loud and clear, understand me? Make sure I am coming through loud and thunders. We got a good word for y'all tonight. It's been a minute since I went live, man. I've been busy, man. Life has been going on, understand me? Pimping out here in the wind, understand me? But we in here yet again, understand me? We're bringing you that freshest, creamiest dip, understand me? So, if you can hear me loud and clear, understand me, go ahead and do me a favor. Put a 1 in the chat. Let me know that y'all can hear me. Let me see if I can make sure I put my phone on so I don't interrupt myself, understand me? So you got a couple of text messages. Yeah. If y'all can hear me real good, let me know. Let me go watch it myself. Just to make sure, understand me? Just to make sure we good. Just to make sure we loud and thunders up here tonight. Make sure y'all can hear me real good, understand me? Oh yeah, we sound real good. We can go ahead and get in the show. People go jump in, people go jump out, understand me? But throughout tonight, we go deep dive into what's been going on with the presidential intellectual masculinity perceived past couple weeks. Understand me? The frequency of the live uploads hasn't been as frequent because I've been going back and forth for Facebook for a minute, trying to figure out if I'm even going to stay on the platform, which I've decided I'm not coming back. We'll get on into those details right now, understand me? Without further ado, play my theme music. It's prime time, baby. Oh, you know what that means, baby? It's prime time. It's time to get on to his word, understand me? Appreciate everybody coming out to watch it, understand me? All two of y'all off right now, understand me? Let's go ahead and get into tonight's topics, understand me? I appreciate the people who are watching tonight. I lost my Facebook, so maybe some of my viewers that would have caught the live didn't catch it because of the fact that I don't have Facebook right now, but it's all good, baby. We go build this YouTube up and we go keep grinding, understand me? You get banned from Facebook, understand me? So I've been asking people this question myself, understand me? Depending on your ass, somebody say that somebody had a bone to pick with the presidential. I don't want to believe that, man, because we ain't that big. We only got 320 subscribers. It ain't nothing. It's light work. Lightweight, understand me? Nothing too big right now. But hey, somebody said somebody had an issue with the presidential and they hacked his account. I didn't get no password reset. I didn't get none of that. I got a random email from Facebook and a notification from Facebook saying, hey, you are violating terms of service, understand me? You need to log in, you need to verify your account, understand me? I went through that process. Facebook kicked me back in a couple of days, said, hey, we need to get you up out of here, Playboy. You can't come back. Basically, what happened was someone got access to some personal information for the pimp, understand me? Took it upon themselves to get inside and log into my Facebook account somehow, some way. They were able to charge up a couple of ads. It was about $200. They ran a couple of ads on PayPal. Then they tried to run my credit card. That was through Capital One, understand me? So I had to get new debit cards, had to get new credit cards, and the Facebook account and the Instagram account. There was the old Survival of the Simp page, which I had just started, and my Chuck's Guaranteed Cuts Instagram page that I have for about going on 6 or 7 years now. All those are gone, understand me? So with that said, that's what happened. The presidential election got hacked. I don't be clicking on stuff. I'm a network engineer in real life, understand me? There's no way that I was clicking on anything. I actually troll people who try to get me with that finesse, with that okie doke, and trying to get your password, understand me? So that ain't what it was, understand me? Somebody just straight up hacked. I think it was identity theft. I went ahead and locked down my credit reports and stuff like that. Go ahead and play a little safe, understand me? But that's basically what happened. So if you are a subscriber on here and you came from Facebook and you're wondering why you ain't seen me on Facebook, I don't got you blocked. I don't got you blocked, understand me? I just,
bruh.
You know what I'm saying? I don't got you blocked, understand me? I just, hey, I got hacked, and you understand me? It just is what it is. So that's the story on the issue with the presidential not being on Facebook currently. And will I go back? Let's dive into that right now. That's actually a topic for tonight. Am I going back to Facebook? Let me see. I may have a button for that. Let's see. Hold on. Let me find it. I can't play it too long though. Let me make sure I don't mess it up and get copyright struck again. Hold on. All right. Is the presidential intellectual masculinity proceed going back to Facebook?
Hell no. To the no.
I ain't going back. At least not right now, understand me? So, well, I realized with the fact that I actually did get hacked, understand me? With the fact that I did actually get ID theft, and they did it for the root cause of trying to run ads on Facebook, I don't feel like it's a good move to go back. Not right now, at least. So what am I going to do? I am going to continue to build and grow on YouTube. Luckily, every time a situation has happened on Facebook, another opportunity has been provided for the president. I went to Facebook jail in May for a whole month. That's actually what inspired me to start the channel, understand me? So now that I'm actually banned for good, that just inspires me to where, hey, I just need to double down on the audience I do got, on the people that do appreciate this content, my couple of subscribers I got, understand me? And I need to continue to make content for y'all, because since that's what y'all want to see, that's what I'm going to give it to you, understand me? Let this thing grow. Now, if and when I do go back to Facebook, let's dive into that topic. But to just wrap that up real quick, is the pimp going back to Facebook right now? No, I am not going back to Facebook, and I will not be going back to Facebook no time soon. If I do go back, when? All right, this is actually what I'll say. I'm not going back to Facebook, if Facebook is still around, until I have at least 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. If and when I ever get 10,000 subscribers on YouTube with this show, with the work that whoever's involved with this puts in on it, if and when that ever happens, I will go back to Facebook then, and it'll be for business purposes only. And I'll feed all the subscribers I have on YouTube to my Facebook to actually build it in the right image and the right demographic and the right algorithm, rather than being just people I knew from high schools like that. Everybody that was on my Facebook that knew about this show and knew me from Facebook, they already subscribed. So there's no reason for me beating that dead horse of people who are or haven't or won't and ain't gonna watch it. Understand me? This content may not be for them, and that's okay. So for the people who want to see it, I will continue to do for y'all. We are here to provide value, understand me? And we are here to provide knowledge and information that can help you go from where you are to where you want to be, understand me? That's the whole purpose of the show. That's why it's called Survival of the Simp. The original simp was Adam. I know he started all the simp things, understand me? And if it ain't simping, it's pimping, understand me? And if it ain't pimping, it's simping, understand me? And if you ain't simping, you limping, understand me? That's just how it goes, baby. What do I think of? What does the presidential intellectual masculine perceive think of Facebook? Personally, I don't have any gripes with Facebook. I don't have any gripes that I don't have with the world in general. There's a lot of politically correct things going on. There's a lot of people that's real soft out here. There's a lot of people that can't take the truth. And that just what it is. I've been aware of that since 2009, 2010 is when I really first had my first enlightenment moments. Understand me? but it was a longer. The path to greatness was bigger than just world events. The path of greatness includes your whole life. It's not limited to just what you learn and understand about, politics and wars and stuff like that. It's more attached to your whole life. Everything about your life, about the term of quote unquote being woke, understand me? That's all tied to your whole existence. It ain't tied to just stuff you think is like a cool talking point. So your interactions with all people is directly tied to your ability to perceive and decipher and dissect and implement, apply logical, tangible, useful information. Understand me? So that in and of itself is your top priority, your ability to perceive and process tangible information. So with that said, Facebook is just a tool. People who use it, they go on there and express themselves, and the people who run it, they make money from ad revenue. Not dissimilar from Facebook. However, not Facebook, not dissimilar from YouTube. They all social media networks, understand me? But YouTube, for now, to me, seems like an easier platform for me to segue into for us to speak the content I want to speak about. Facebook, in and of itself, has been conditioned to be not so friendly to the things I want to talk about. Not to say that I was really getting myself in too much trouble. I actually found a way to continue to say what I want to say without getting myself into trouble on Facebook, and it actually was going quite well. But whatever the case, understand me? Things didn't work out. A pimp got hacked, and the pimp is over here still doing his thing. Life still goes on. Understand me? And the crazy part about it is the fact that I got hacked on Facebook and unlocked community posts on YouTube at the same time. It's kind of like, every time I lose one thing, I'm provided 10 others. So I lost the ability to post on Facebook, but I gained the ability to post on YouTube, which is the one that's going to pay me sooner rather than later anyway, or pay us, or pay whoever's involved in this process. So we're not in it for the money, understand me? But if you can get paid to spread and knowledge and provide tangible value, why not? I ain't turning down no paper, understand me? We definitely ain't doing that. We in it to win, understand me?
Insert cash or select payment type.
Understand me? If you trying to come through and you trying to drop some on the Cash App, I ain't gonna say no, understand me? I'm definitely gonna take it with open arms, understand me? We definitely go accept all donations here at Survival of the Simp. If you want to put something in that little Cash App, understand me? We definitely go accept it, understand me? But we obviously doing okay without your donations, but we will appreciate them. They will go to good use, understand me? I need to buy some new clothes, understand me? I need a new hat. Understand me? All right, with that said, the fact that the presidential intellectual masculinity perceived is not on Facebook anymore, I need all my faithful viewers, if you're still on Facebook or any platform, understand me? If you like this content, if you think it's some good stuff, if you think you want other people to see this, like and share it, understand me? So send it to somebody, send it to the friend of a friend of a friend, understand me? Spread the word. If you think we got some good stuff here, man, you rocking with it, hey, let that be known, man. Let the world know that the Survival of the Simp is the place to be, baby. Call in, let your grievances be heard. Ain't nobody, don't be shy, understand me? Anybody who wants to speak on this show can call in and speak. We ain't gonna talk bad to you. We actually tried. I'm priding myself on trying to, even though this is in the same algorithm or the same kind of vein of quote unquote manosphere, quote unquote masculine, quote unquote alpha content. I believe it's the most well-rounded version for now, because we harp on the fact that we don't hate women here. We have learned the fact that women are not the enemy. If you feel a woman is your enemy, then you got more work to do on how to get yourself out of a simp situation. Name of the show, Survival of the Simp, understand me? So we have learned how to manage women here. We have learned how to deal with women in the proper way here. We don't have women as enemies. Now, do we meet women along the way that we may not necessarily get along with for whatever reason because of the energy not matching up and the energy not being polarized? Absolutely. Which is a player way to do that. You can say, hey, I'll beat you for a well, young lady. You know what I'm saying? Hope your life goes well, young lady. Understand me? And I'll see you later, understand me? We ain't got to hang around each other like that. Everybody ain't gonna like it, understand me? Everybody ain't gonna like this president. I don't see why you wouldn't, understand me, because I look good, understand me? I am shiny and chrome. I put some new clothes on for y'all. It's kind of chilly outside, so I got my little jacket on, understand me? But if y'all like these clothes, you can go to one of my clients. His website is iconthecollection.com, understand me? If you trying to rock with this little threads got on today, I got more of this stuff. So if y'all rocking with it, like, share, and subscribe. Understand me? Share it on your Facebook. I don't have the means to share this on Facebook anymore. Unless somebody want to give me a Facebook account to share it to, it ain't happening. So you won't see me on there no more. All right. Next topic. How important is clout or social status, good or bad? And I wanted to speak on this because of the fact that I did get banned. So it may be some people that never see this upload, they never see this live video, they never see any video of mine. They may see my account. They may go looking for me on Facebook. I had like almost 5,000 friends, quote unquote, on Facebook. So it may be some people that see the fact that I'm no longer on Facebook, are no longer their fan on Facebook, and they may assume that I blocked them or whatever, right? The fact of the matter is, whatever they perceived of me prior to or this disconnect currently is what they're going to have in their brain. So it's not good or bad. It just is what it is, understand me? People are entitled to their opinions, understand me? But the truth shall always have its day. So how important is clout or social status? So a guy that I actually consider one of my mentors, who actually inspired me to start this channel, by the name of Andrew Tate, actually got banned on all major platforms as well, but not like a hack ban. They just straight up banned him. Why? Because the image of him was considered to be, quote unquote, inciting violence amongst people on social platforms. It wasn't necessarily anything he was doing. It was how people in his comment section were acting amongst themselves. So he kind of came to the conclusion, and he's a pretty smart guy, and he figured out a way to become rich real quick from going broke. Very similar to my story, not too different from my story. A lot of his interactions with life and women are extremely similar to mine. The only difference between him and me at this point is that he's rich and I'm not. I do well, but I'm not rich yet. Understand me? So I'm just taking his advice. That's the reason why we started the show. Understand me? Dang, man, we got spams in the comments. Man, I need to get some moderators, man. Jesus. Gotta put somebody in timeout. Oh, it's just 5 minutes. I'm going to block them in a minute. But okay. So with that said, you must be proactive about your image in life. You can't be reactive. You have to be proactive. You must be the orchestrator of what people think of you. There's a point in time when I didn't really care, quote unquote, or I would say, or subscribe to the notion that I don't really care what people think of me. At the time, I didn't think that was a big deal, but now I understand what people think of you is absolutely positively important if you plan to be anything more than just a run-of-the-mill employee. Let me say that again. If you plan to be something better than an employee that just works a job and you never achieve anything of significance, what people think of you doesn't really matter. Understand me? But if you want to be something more than just a run-of-the-mill employee, what people think of you is absolutely positively vital to your success or failure in those paths. Now, is everyone's opinion important? No. But the right people's opinion is absolutely dire to your success or failure. Just a case in point, the situation with Mr. Tate being banned from all platforms. Now, he was in a situation where he was able to go to other platforms, and he's currently on Rumble, and then he actually did get Twitter back. So after Elon Musk bought Twitter, and he got Twitter back. So with that said, there was some light in the tunnel, and he's about to get ready to fight. I'm not sure if I didn't fact check it, but supposedly, as far as I know, he's supposed to be getting ready to fight Jake Paul or one of the Paul brothers. So that's if he wasn't already well renowned already, which he was. Suppose he's the most searched guy on Google for a while, supposedly. So if he wasn't big time already, now he is. So the guy went from broke as a joke to world champion kickboxer to one of the richest, most powerful men in the world, or as being in a position to live life on his terms. When I'm speaking to power, as far as politics and all this stuff, I don't think he's really dabbled too much into that. But he does have a network of men and some women that are very useful for him if he's in a tight spot or if he's in a bad situation He has people and assets and resources and a network of individuals that can help him in those scenarios. That's what we all need. We all need a network of individuals that can help you, good, bad, or indifferent. Understand? You heard the cliche statement that your net worth is your network. Understand me? That actually ties into that directly. You must hang out with people who are valuable. If you are the smartest person you don't know all the time, then you hang around a bunch of idiots, and birds of a feather flock together. You may feel like the smartest person in the room, but if you're always the smartest person in the room all the time, you're in the wrong room. You need to get in the room with people who are smarter than you, and keep yourself in those scenarios. Always be around people smarter than you. Always be around people who are more efficient than you, more or better than you at getting stuff done, better than you at getting whatever it is that you want to get. Those are people you need to hang around. Don't hang around people that you know for a fact that you're better than, always have been better than, and always will be better than. What are you hanging out with them for? That's not going to help you get from where you are to where you want to be. It just never would happen. That's just not how humans work. We are social creatures. Yeah, I'm watching this YouTube channel right now because for whatever reason, y'all like the sound of my voice, and y'all like looking at me looking good with my Mercedes on, my hat on, understand me? Shiny and chrome, understand me? Does something for you. All 6 of y'all, understand me? And I appreciate y'all, understand me? Thank y'all for rocking with the pimp, understand me? Feels good to know that I can get on here after losing my Facebook and still have a little crowd, understand me? That means that we still got a chance, baby. Where two or more are gathered or some shit like that. Thus says the Lord, understand me? With that said, speaking of the word, where is the pastor and the protege? Understand me? They ain't been on here in a minute. What happened? We had a sit down show when we first started, and we got about 4 or 5 different mainstay shows that I think are actually things we're going to keep. So I'll just do a rundown of all those, and that kind of speaks to the situation with the pastor and the project. Because people have been asking about them. I've been asking about them, understand me? I'm asking, hey, when can y'all come back? When can y'all get back on the show? When we can sit back on the congregation couch and get back to the word, understand me? So basically, our mainline show, what I consider our mainline show is the word. What is the word? The word is basically Bible study from the pastor and the pimp and the protege perspective, understand me? So what is the pastor perspective? Hey, that's Southern Baptist. Why don't a Texas straight out the Bible? Go preach it to you, go sing it to you, understand me? He'll give it to you how a pastor should, understand me? That's the pastor perspective. What's the protege perspective? The protege perspective, to me, is basically the daily, typical black woman, different demographic, or I won't necessarily say black woman, but the woman who has had some trials and tribulations through life, learned the error of her ways, and has tangible knowledge on how to help other people get to where, not necessarily where she is, but to achieve greatness in spite of your scenarios. That is the protege perspective. What is the presidential intellectual masculinity perceived perspective, aka the pimp perspective, understand me? Aka this dip on your chip, understand me? My perspective is you must be in a situation to achieve greatness in any and every and all times, period. That's just what you must do. Man and woman, girl or boy, you must condition yourself to do great things. We have talked ad nauseum about how to do that, and we will continue to do that. If you want to see detailed instructions on how to go from 0 to 100 real quick, we already got this video about that. It's called the 15 steps to business or something like that. But it's like 15 steps to achieve greatness, or 15 steps to achieve business, or get stuff done. It's something like that. But basically, it's 15 steps that are guaranteed foolproof to help you go from where you are to where you want to be, understand me? So, with that said, the presidential intellectual masculinity perceived perspective on life in general is you must do anything you can and everything you can within reason, not breaking the law, to make sure that you get great things done. Those great things that you do will directly put you in situations where you will be in a position to prosper rather than fail. I'm a prime example. I spoke on this a couple times on this platform, several times on Facebook. I was literally homeless and sleeping in my car in 2014. I went from homeless, sleeping in my car to very close to $200,000 right now. That's my income right now with everything I do. I got a job that's 3/4 of that, and I got a barber business, and I was doing Airbnb, and now I just started this right here. Understand me? Let's see. The president, the protege chiming in said, "Great description. Hope to be back on this couch soon, but I do enjoy the lives. Understand me? Hey, sometimes it's good just to watch. Understand? Just soak up the game. Understand me? Sometimes it's just good to watch. I like watching other people. I mean, the thing is, the only reason I'm able to even do this show because I watched a bunch of content creators for a while, and I don't feel like I'm better than them. They've been doing it longer, but I feel like there are holes in their approach to this content creation thing that if they were filled up, they will be bigger than what they are. Right? They will be world renowned because they didn't bring it full circle. So it's a couple things that you must do. You know, if somebody watching now, if you want to start a YouTube channel, these are things that you can write this down. Like if you ever want to start a channel, these are the things that you need to kind of put in your tool bank on how to actually. You know what? I say that for later. I actually got a topic thinking about that. So I add that to the topic. We'll bring it on at the end. I already got that on my lesson plan. Apologize. So basically, just to update on Pastor and the project, they have been busy with life. The pastor is not just a pastor. The pastor has a job or a couple of jobs. He does construction work, and right now he's starting a new job as a teacher. So he's been blessed with the opportunity to give back to some youth and to be a real teacher in a real school, understand me? And the project, she has 3 daughters in the house, and she's doing what she got to do to be a good mother. And with that said, some sacrifice had to be made, and she couldn't continue to come be on the couch, understand me? So when she's put back in position to come back on the couch, she will be welcomed back with open arms, her and the pastor. Until then, we'll drive on, and you may see them call in the show. I had some people that said they want to call in tonight. Let me text them to see if they want to call in and ask some questions. They said they want to call in, man. They said they want to be a part of the whole situation with them. Said they want to call in and get some advice, man. This is the crazy thing about people, man. If people like, I'll speak on this too. Right before I get into the issue with, we got some stuff to talk about with the BBWs, understand me? But I had a woman I haven't talked to in years. She actually was trolling on a couple of my videos. She left a comment talking about this is misogynistic content. We haven't said one thing bad about women yet on this show. But I digress. But basically, she's what you consider the strong, independent type with 3 baby daddies, understand me? That's her reality. She called me for some advice on how to get into IT work because I'm a network engineer and stuff like that. So she wanted to get some advice on that, on how to get into it. Hey, I was willing to give it to her, but at the same time, the audacity of people that want to make you give them help that they come ask you for, they want you to give it to them on their terms. Like, ma'am, you can't come at me asking me for advice and expect me to give it to you on your terms. If you get advice from me, you'll get more than just life. You'll get more than just the tech advice you came ask for. Are you trying to just make some more money so you can go back talking about how strong and independent you are? I'm not an advocate of women being out here with that mantra, and I'm not going to enable you to continue to think that and speak that and act like that. So I gave her a little game on the IT stuff, but I really was just picking her brain on where she was because she admittedly said, hey, I've been way too masculine and it's been a limitation factor. But I kept prying and eventually a question came up to the point to where she folded and showed her hand, and she's nowhere close to where she needs to be when it comes to understanding sexual polarity and or understanding how to be more feminine. So that's always going to be a limitation on her. I don't care how much money she makes. She's always going to be limited by the fact that she's going to be way too masculine for her own good. And we just seen a story not too long ago about, and that's a case in point example. That's Shaquilla Robinson, the girl, I don't know if I'm saying the name right, but that girl that got killed, got deleted off in Mexico here recently. That is a prime example of a woman who has been led astray and doesn't understand the value of keeping herself in a feminine position. You're literally in Mexico with a male who's holding the camera, watching you get beat up to death. Where if it was actually a masculine male, which I recommend all men be, gay or not, even if you gay, I recommend you be a top, not a bottom, understand me? Hey, if you're gonna be up here taking it, man, I'd rather you give it than take it, understand me? That's just me. I'm fully aware that people who are gay, that's just what y'all are. I'm not a believer of y'all get messed with. That's just what y'all is, man. That's just how y'all was born that way, and that's what it is. People are cowards, and I refuse to believe that anybody's choosing the path of most resistance in life. That's just stupid. So it's something in y'all brain to tell y'all attracted to the same sex. It is what it is. I don't understand enough about life to decipher what it is. It just is what it is. All right. So the pastor and the project, the reason why they ain't here on the couch, why I ain't been back, they got life, understand me? They got stuff they gotta do, which takes priority over this show for now. I keep telling them it's gonna get to a point where they're going to have a hard decision, and this is gonna be more profitable for them to come do this, and it's gonna be doing whatever they're doing. But we ain't there yet, so it is what it is. Moving along, understand me? Next topic. BBW news, understand me? What's going on with the BBWs, understand me? All right. Anybody knows the background story to this understands that once upon a time, this presidential election masculinity, I had 3 women that loved me to death, understand me? Once upon a time. Now it's down to 1, understand me? Even that one, she on age. She got some instructions and things she needs to handle herself too. But for now, she's still very valuable to me and my business and me and my situation. Understand me? But basically, one BBW got a little bit too possessive, so I had to give up walking papers. I think we talked about that one already. And the next BBW, so this is the one that if you would have asked me, she was the one who probably gets the most attention from other men, or as how she looks. Understand me? So that situation is probably to her detriment because she never understood what it feels like to actually want to pursue a man, or actually she never experienced what it feels like to actually understand how to pursue a man, and she doesn't understand how to show interest for and sustain that, right? So she can still be in a situation where she can say I love you and all that stuff, but doesn't know how to reach out and text in the morning. Not to say that I'm looking for that, but if we go 2 or 3 weeks and on time we talk as if I'm reach out to you, that's not a good situation. That goes against everything that has to do with sexual polarity. And I had told her about this time last year, and I was like, "Hey, this you're upsetting the balance of us being great. The things you're doing are causing us to get into the realm of things is where it's the same energy that got you in a situation where you got a couple baby daddies instead of a husband she actually love and stuff like that. Not to go into too much detail, but her baby daddies ain't the best of candidates. If you can think of worst case scenarios, that's probably the scenario. Not like horrible, but bad enough. We're talking about people in prison and all kind of stuff. So it's pretty bad, right? So with me, in my situation, I've came to assess that I'm a unicorn out here. I ain't the most handsome. I ain't the most physically fit, but I look good enough in a suit. And my beard is nice enough. And I look good enough in my clothes. And I make enough money to where I've came to the conclusion that I am a unicorn in this situation of men on planet Earth. There's not very many in Western society. There are some. There's more than you'll think, but there's not very many men in my scenario where I don't have any children. I'm relatively handsome. I'm relatively successful. I'm more successful than 99% of black men. So dealing with me comes with some rules and regulations, and that's okay. I gave her a real nice ultimatum when I noticed some things. Last time we had the issue, she said it was due to her, she has mommy issues, to where her mother is pretty much like the epitome of the strong, independent woman, and she don't want to be her mother when she gets to her age. But her mother also has a strong hold on her from like the kind of the bad blood between them, or the things that have transpired. I don't know details of them, but when she explains it to me, it says her mother makes her feel some type of way when she comes into town. Now, I told her verbatim, whenever you're feeling some type of way about your mom or whatever, lean on me. Talk to me. I'll be here for you. I can come over there and I can run in the interference. And your mama loves me. The reason why her mom loves me, because all women like masculine energy. I come over, I'll cook, I'll just hang out and talk to her. And she loves it. She's a fan of the show. She's been in the comment section and everything saying she loves the show. My mother loves the show. Her mother loves the show. All the BBW's mamas love the show. Right? Everybody loves the show. All the parents is all in. Right? But whatever reason, whenever these situations around, her mother comes stay with her for like holidays, and supposedly she might be coming for good, but basically she gets kind of herself in kind of a funk and she gets distant. And for me, especially if I talk to you about this stuff, the same exact scenario last year, I shouldn't have to be reiterating things that I had to speak to you about already. So this is basically strike two. So I just asked you a simple question. Hey, do you want to, still be all in as you say you are? You paid the price of admission like all the other BBWs did, understand me? You say you're all in, you spoke that out your mouth and you showed it with your actions, understand me? You paid the cost, understand me? Do you want to do that? Or do you want to stay in your scenario that got you a couple baby daddies and ain't the best men, and any woman look at these men wouldn't think they were the right candidates for men, and by no means. And she chose to stay with her bulls crap, verbatim. So with that said, the pressure of performance is grandiose, understand me? Everybody in the heat of the battle scenario is not going to be able to walk through the eye of the storm. And the person I've become to be right now, to where I have the ability to be in stressful scenarios and still figure out a way to prosper in those stressful scenarios. That's the reason why I'm successful. That's the reason why I don't have children out here and I don't have baby mamas. I have developed a skill set and the ability to, in spite of my trials and tribulations like everybody else has, everybody has things that happen. Everybody has things that go right. And everybody has things that don't go according to plan. In spite of all my issues, I still figure out a way to win in the end, understand me? And this show is about teaching people how to figure out how to win regardless of the scenario, to make sure you put yourself in a winning position. And some people are just not cut out for doing the work or going through that eye of the storm or walking through that eye of the needle to put themselves in that hard, tough spot of criticism, of self-reflecting to say, hey, I'm messing up here. Let me fix it. Everybody's not well equipped to do that. And maybe it was unfair of me to put that pressure of performance upon her, but needless to say, I can't hold somebody's hand for so long. It's been a couple years now. We 40 now. So I know if a person can't figure it out by this time, they don't want to figure it out. And that's okay. I'm not holding anybody hostage, so she will get her investment back, understand me? If she's watching right now, let it be known that she will get her whole $2,000 back that she invested into the business of me, understand me? And any BBW that decides to walk away, they all will get their money back, understand me? One BBW already got most of it back. She only want $500 left. She let me hold on to it so she can have reason to text me every day. That's basically what's going on. I owe her $500 because I gave her walking papers and I said I'll give you your money back. Actually, she asked for it back, even though she knew it wasn't a loan. She knew it was a gift. But hey, I'm just cool like that, understand me? So one BBW already got $1,500 back. I'm about to get the other BBW $2,000 back, and we got one left, understand me? The one we got left, the surprise. This is a surprising thing. It's not surprising to me, but this is the logic behind why the one BBW that's still around is still around. She's the only BBW that actually tangibly worked on being more feminine. The other, hold up. Do you think? Probably just said maybe she wouldn't come well. I mean, that's cool. That's fine. But if I give you instructions to lean on me, that means you need to follow instructions. And when I said, hey, why you didn't follow instructions, you said I'm talking about work in progress. Like, man, I ain't got time for nobody's work in progress no more, man. We 40. We too old for all that work in progress stuff, man. It's time for action. If you say you're all in, you paid the price of admission, I expect you to act like somebody who's all in. And if I ask you to do something nicely, that's going to benefit you nonetheless, because you appreciate it when I come over there. Everybody loves it. Your mama love me. The kids love me. I'm over cooking and stuff. Everybody having a good time. Where is the problem? So people, they get themselves in funks. And maybe, you do have a point there. Maybe I could have been a little bit, hesitant to act. And maybe I didn't have to give ultimatums. But like, man, come on now. We assess, look at the whole body of work here now. Why would I put myself in a position of weakness in that scenario? That don't even make sense. I'm not the one out here with baby mama drama. I'm not the one out here with baby daddy drama. I'm not the one out here with mother issues. They are. So it's the same way how they interacting with a supervisor. A supervisor is still going to expect you to perform, especially if the supervisor understands that the information they give you is going to be to your benefit to help you do your job better. If your supervisor gives you information and advice and you don't take it, it's like this one the first strike now. The last time we had these issues, we talked it out. She confided in me, or whatever. We talked it out, and things got better, and we was good for a while. But then, like clockwork, people get back into their funks, and I'm not the person to be up here harping on the same thing over and over again, especially from somebody who are expecting to say they got it. Now, if you wouldn't have said you got it, or if you wouldn't have said you was all in, if you wouldn't have paid the price of admission, then I wouldn't have no expectations on you. But you did all that, so these expectations come with all that. So it is what it is. If they circle back around and say I apologize, or I want to figure it out, I ain't gonna be mean to them. If they want to come back, hey, but who knows? I'm not waiting up. Life will go on. But that was a good question, though. Appreciate the question. With that said, I'm looking for new and improved BBWs, understand me? Now, what does that mean? That doesn't mean I'm looking for women to have, romantic relationship. No, I'm looking for women, feminine women, or women who want to be more feminine or learn how to be more feminine and understand the power of their femininity is the gateway to everything they want out of life. I'm looking for women with that mindset to want to be a part of this movement here. The show is called Survival of the Simp, but women should be just as beneficial or benefit just as much per se from this content as men will. I'm a big advocate for if we fix the men, the women will naturally fall into place. Unfortunately, there's too many broken men now, so the women are just doing what they're gonna do, but based on the fact that most men out here are broken. The book I subscribe to, y'all fully aware of, is called 3% Man. It illustrates that 97% of men out here don't have a clue. Or the BBW is not allowed to feel anything other than the original narrative. What is the original narrative? You got to call in maybe to get more context. They are allowed to feel it just as much as they want to feel. But like I said, if I give you specific instructions to do something, I'm taking that as a matter of disrespect, meaning that I'm literally giving you an option or giving you an out to help me. You know for a fact that every time that I've been able to come and help you solve your scenarios, it's been a 100% win. The fact that I give you an out and you refuse to take it, to me, is a direct sign of disrespect. And I can't deal with women who don't understand the hierarchy of respect. It ain't got nothing to do with her feelings. If she can't put some respect on my wishes and put some respect on my demands, and I was literally demanding you to lean on me whenever your mama come around, so you won't be such in a bad funk all the time. Yes, they must agree with their instructions, because I'm the one who did the work to understand the instructions in the first place. I'm the one who did the work to help them feel better about their situation in the first place. The only one who can't get it and can't understand the instructions is the ones who didn't do the tangible work to become more feminine. That's the direct logic behind why they have issues with my instructions and the fact that they get attention from other men so much. Some of these individuals have been spoiled by the fact that they get attention from other men all the time. So they will continue to get the same dudes that they complain about and laugh with me about is the ones that they get attention from, and it's like a tick in their brain to get to the point to where they start to lose the context of why they're dealing with me and two other women in the first place. Like, we gotta bring things in full perspective here. We all sat right here on this couch and had a conversation about all of us being in. So why are you gonna start reneging now? It was cool. How you cool with those set of instructions but not cool with this one? That's like I said, it's like working a job. There's no job on earth where a employee is going to be aware of these are the tangible things you must do to perform your job correctly to continue to get paid, and then they just choose not to do the job. Nobody does that. So if that woman can go work a job and follow the instructions to perform our job successfully, then she can follow the instructions I give her, especially when she knows and I know, then she knows that I know is going to help her. So, like I said, the pressure performance got the best of them. They didn't want to take the heat in the heat of the battle. And the same thing they did last time. Like, they folded up when there was time whenever I was like, hey, this is what you're doing. That's what I need you to do to correct it. Instead of them correcting it, It caused me to give them some space. And this is the second time this happened. So hey, give them some more space. I don't think it's that simple dealing with humans. Perhaps it can be. Well, if you work on your femininity, it can be. The same way I worked on my masculinity, I'll solve for the problem, and the results speak for themselves. If I'm working to go great in one direction, and you just stand stagnant, there's eventually going to be a disconnect, and that's all that happens. The thing that the straw that brought the cows back is this individual sent me a video from a source that does nothing but bash men, and asked me what I think about it. Didn't get any context on it. It sent that to me now, of all people. How you gonna get a video from a channel that bashes men and send it to me and not understand that this is advice that's got you in your sad situation? You know why you don't understand it? Because you haven't done any work. Because you haven't done any tangible steps to become more feminine. You haven't done anything tangible to improve your situation to keep you out of baby daddy drama. That's why. I gave them plenty of time, opportunity to do so. They chose not, and that's why they no longer a BBW. It's simple as that. Cause and effect. Now, the one BBW is still around. The only reason they're still around is because they've done enough work on their own to become more feminine. And the thing is, this work is not for me. This work that they need to do to become more feminine is going to benefit them. It's not even for me. Will I appreciate it? Absolutely. But the work they're doing is for them. It's going to benefit them. It's not even, it's benefiting me because it's useful. But it's benefiting them because it's going to improve their life, regardless of whether they with me or not. Their life is going to get better. The same way my life got better. But they don't understand the value of it because nobody ever taught them that. I'm the only person that ever taught them that. And they just met me at 40 years old. They just met me within the last 5 or 6 years for us hanging out like that. So it's kind of difficult to unlearn 40, 35 years of bad habits. But if you say you're all in, I'm expecting you to follow instructions. Don't pay me just to be up here talking about I'm a work in progress. Like, nah, we ain't got time for all that. Now you playing. And that's basically what she got like a little goofy personality. So I guess she felt like that was a little playful thing to say, but I didn't find it funny at the time. So I had to go ahead and let them go. But it is that simple. The process of life ain't that difficult. Adding all these variables to it is how you find yourself in prison, quote unquote, calling yourself trying to take care of your family. That's when you try to make it unsimple, that's what happens. But when you simplify it, you find yourself sitting how I'm sitting, making good money, living pretty good, and you was homeless 6 years ago. That's what happens when you simplify the process. You get the results. I am in a results-based business of life. And if you are an individual who can't get results and you stay stagnant, and everything in your life other than, they've showed the ability to sustain themselves and take care of themselves, but within the constraints of choosing to be with the right men, they are piss poor efforts. Or at least the men that chose to have children with piss poor efforts. So why would I take their advice when I know I'm right? Why would I compromise with them when I know I'm right? So with that said, I am looking for more feminine women to add to the business of me, understand me? I went on Kendra G's channel trying to find that, and they thought I was on there trying to recruit prostitutes or something, but I only have prostitutes right now. The saying I have is I got pros that pay me, not hoes that pay me, understand me? I don't affiliate with women who sell themselves. It's just not my cup of tea, understand me? Do I know some? Yeah. Do I know some massage girls? Yeah. Have we ever been in a relationship? No. Could we be? Maybe. If they find a way to make themselves useful and be more feminine, maybe. But those women have a totally different perspective of dealing with men, so it's kind of difficult for them to do that. Oh, the next topic. So, hey, if you want to be a BBW, understand me, the contact information is in the description, understand me? You figure out how to get at me. If you don't, cool. It's all good, baby. The process for meeting the women. All right, so with me having to lose my Facebook, I actually I had this dating app called BLK. It's kind of like Tinder, but for black people. And when I lost Facebook, I was signed into Facebook on that app. So I just got back on that app and I've been swiping right. And I met a couple ladies, man. I met a couple ladies. Someone might be watching right now. I actually had a pretty good conversation with a lady yesterday. She was, she has a story to tell, man. She might come on the show one day, and I'll let her tell some of her whatever story she want to tell. But basically, she really just got her license to be a guidance counselor. So I think she'll be able to provide great value to the show for just her perspective on things. And she's a seasoned woman. She's not a spring chicken, but she still looks good for her age. And I think she can still provide value even with her, past her prime situation. But it's all good. As long as she can maintain her level of professionalism and femininity, I think she'll be an asset to the show. So, and I met her on the BLK. Wasn't nothing too hostile. Just, I met her, and my first conversation wasn't "What's your name?" and "You fine." My first conversation was, "Hey, would you like to do a podcast?" That's the only thing I've been sending the women on there. So the first string of words I've been saying to every woman I meet on BLK is, "Are you interested in doing a podcast?" I ain't led with nothing else. Some of them said yes, some of them said no. So one big girl told me she in my pain. I was like, I left her on red. Understand me? So. We'll see how it goes. I might have to start actually going outside, and I might actually start documenting this process too, of just going outside and engaging with more women, because I've never been in a situation where I really just approach women and talk to women like that. I always been kind of blessed to where I never really had to do that. But maybe it might be time for me to start doing that, man. Maybe that's what's required in 2022 for me to upgrade the caliber of women I'm dealing with, and maybe I want to be dealing with women who have so much baggage that I have to compensate for. Maybe that's the thing that I'm missing in my link, or maybe I could just not deal with women at all. Who knows? We'll see. Whatever the case, I don't have no women problems, man. And if I feel myself starting to have women problems, I'm just gonna get rid of you. I don't have to work through all that. What do I look like working through all that with you, ma'am? I am the presidential intellectual masculinity proceed. Why would I work through all your drama with you and all your baggage with you? Why would I do that? That makes no sense, sir, ma'am. And we got the Pro J calling in. She got a backdrop going. Let's see what she got to talk about. Damn it. Pro J, man, what's going on?
Hi.
What's going on, man? Talk to the church, man. What you got to say?
First of all, I'd like to say hello, everyone. It's been a while. I'm just proud and glad to be back on the show, here on different locations, but, same platform. Sir, I would like for you to digress from using the sound effects when I come on the show. It's actually quite offsetting and a little disturbing. Hello, are you there?
I can hear you.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Go ahead and say what you got to say, man.
No, I'm here for the show. Like, I'm not the star of the show. That would be you, pimp. So
I thought you had something to say.
No, I was just following the show tonight, and I saw that you were merging over. First, you gave the sad story about how you lost all your BBWs. Okay, yep. Cool.
No, first story was I got banned on Facebook.
Okay, we're past the fact you got banned off Facebook, but we're moving on to the next topic, which is the process for meeting new women.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's a good idea to lead with the fact that, yeah, I guess so, because that beholds the honesty of what you're doing by just going ahead and saying that, hey, I date women. I'm in the process of dating women. But what I want to know is, what have you done tangibly to get a resolution to how you came to gain as well as lose a couple of the BBWs that you had? What are you going to do differently this time around to make sure that you got a good, solid stable?
The thing I'm going to do this time is I'm going to attempt to get women that don't have as much baggage and don't have as much mental anguish. And if it's not feasible, then maybe those women don't exist. I don't know. It's not like everybody got issues nowadays, but that's the approach I'm going to go for. Like, if you got a couple baby daddies, or if your baby daddies is in bad situations, or it's a or the baby daddy ain't around or something like that, or it seems like you kind of, because none of these women I was dealing with they're not bad women, they're not in bad financial spaces. It's just they have some scars from previous relationships. Like none of my previous relationships are a scar for me. All my previous relationships were just something for me to learn from. And I need women that have the perspective of my past scenarios or an opportunity to learn. And if they can't take instructions well and follow those instructions very quite well, it's been years now. There's no reason for people not to be following instructions. Because my demands aren't that difficult. So I really didn't put much pressure on. I didn't put much pressure performance on them in the first place. That's the truth. The biggest thing they had to deal with was the other women, if you ask me, and the fact that they had to invest. Other than that, I really didn't ask much of them. Anytime we went out, I paid for everything. So anytime it was some stuff to do, I was organizing all that. I'm not really asking for much, and I come with a lot. You're fully aware of the asset I am to society. I save lives out here. So why should an individual that's literally capable of saving your life, why should I, in that scenario, being able to save your life, be dealing with you and your nonsense when, like I said, the advice I'm going to give you is going to help you every time, and it has helped you every time. It's just like I said, the proper dynamic is employee-employer. Because no, none of these people ain't arguing with their boss. If their boss say, "Hey, BBW, I need you to go knock this out," they just gonna do it. They're not gonna be up here talking about I'm a work in progress. They're just gonna go do it. Nobody's telling their boss talking about, "Hey, I'm a work in progress," when your boss asks you to do something.
I understand, but like usually, like jobs come with like job training. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I've given them plenty of training
On how to be a BBW.
on how to be more feminine.
Oh, I see.
Part of being a BBW is being feminine.
Right. Okay.
And be feminine and useful. The two things I asked for on Kendra G's show. That's all I need you to do.
Yeah, that didn't go over well. She thought you were looking for prostitutes, some paying women.
That's their perspective. It's people still commenting on that, right? It's people still commenting today on that, man. It's people still commenting. It was a dude on there talking about, oh, he's a clown or what. I trolled him a little bit, and then he stopped talking about it. I say, hey, you want me to show you? You want me to add you on LinkedIn, man? He's talking about you a clown, you over here broke. I'm like, sir, you want me to add you on LinkedIn?
Well, what I'm saying is, how do you change the perspective? How do you get people to understand that your perspective or their perspective is not necessarily true?
The only way I'm going to be able to, the only way I can accomplish that is that's what the purpose of this show. Once I get enough notoriety and quote unquote clout or whatever, then that'll do all the speaking for me. I won't have to explain it to them. They'll come to me asking me questions. Right now, I'm not big enough within the social constraints of being somebody who's important for them to listen to. But if some celebrity came to them and say, "Hey, this is what I need you to do," they're not gonna be arguing with them. They're gonna say they're gonna do what the celebrity tells them to do. But at the same time, they experience the celebrity treatment when they go out with me, and appreciate how it feels to be sought after by other people in amongst my energy of being a quote unquote celebrity when I go out with my stuff on. So maybe they never experienced that. And maybe the lust is worn off. Maybe they don't value that anymore. Maybe they never did.
Okay, so how are you going to get some more BBWs? I'm trying to understand what's the strategy. I think I was trying to ask that question without it, what is the process of getting new BBWs? Is it going to be like an application process?
I'm on a dating app, but I'm not even dating. I'm asking them, the first question I'm asking women on this dating app is, are you interested in being on a podcast? No, what's your name? No, how you doing? No, hey, you beautiful. The first question is, are you interested in being on a podcast?
And what is the response that you receive?
Actually, like I said, I actually sat down one lady that she actually might be part of the show. We actually sat down and had a pretty good time yesterday.
But like, what are you getting? What do you mean? You just asked me they want to be a part of the podcast. Is this? I mean, because it's starting to seem really business oriented versus.
You breaking up? Can't hear you. Broke up. Guess the Wi-Fi going out. You back? Oh Lord. So to answer a question, all relationships are business.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah. So what I was saying was it's starting to seem more like a job interview versus your actual lifestyle.
It is. That's the different approach. That's something I'm doing different. I would never ask that question out the gate in a typical dating scenario back when I was not having an agenda. Now I gotta either the women want to deal with what you got going on or they don't, and I need you to know everything you got going on up front, so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. So we know for sure that you all in with whatever it is going on. And once we get to the point where I'm deciphering and testing your level of femininity and seeing, okay, are you feminine and useful? By the time we get to that point, then you're gonna be all in. I ain't gonna have no issues out of you. I ain't gonna be hearing you say that I'm a work in progress when I ask you to do something simple, like let me know when your mama coming through and got you feeling some type of way.
You keep talking about that. It sounds like you're a little butthurt about that. Well, I mean, what's going on? Let's talk about it. We on the couch. Let's talk about it. What's going on? What are you really feeling, Pimp?
I'm not. It's not butthurt. It's disappointment. It's like if you go say you all in,
After
do all
all
things
we done been through.
Yeah. You do all that just to be like, oh, I'm a work in progress. Like, man, no, sir, ma'am. We ain't got time for all that.
So that shows the reality of your situation too, that, you know, even in such a, I don't know, different platform, you still have human experiences to take place.
Yeah, and I'm not taking away from that. I'm not saying that people should be robots, but I'm also saying that the pressure, dealing with me, the pressure of performance is going to be there. Now, if she would have said something other than I'm work in progress, I would have understood. But that's a little smart added comment she decided to come back with.
And that was based on the video that she showed you.
Well, the video she sent was some simp material. It's from one of those. It's an old lady who giving advice for women to teach them to be old and bitter like her one day. So it's some old washed up lady that's overweight and never that may have had a man, but she ain't getting no niggas now ever. But she's some old lady who giving content and reposting videos that's got dudes up there talking about if you ain't spending all your money on a woman, you gay. That's the channel she found that video at that she sent me. Even though the actual video she sent wasn't that bad, but it was another older lady talking about the dynamic of her dating life. She said something along the she said verbatim, I wished I dated for compatibility instead of chemistry. When both of those are wrong. You shouldn't be dating for compatibility or chemistry. You should be dating a man based on am I comfortable working for this man? That should be what's going through a woman's brain when she decides to get with a man that she wants to be her husband. Not do I want to partner with him? Not do I want to build with him? Not do I want to help him get on his feet? Am I comfortable working for him? That is the question you got to ask yourself. If the answer is no, that's not the man for you. And that's just what it is. That alone will simplify all these issues we have. If you ain't comfortable working for me, then I ain't the man for you. Go find a dude you comfortable working for, and maybe you ain't suited to be with no man. But if you want to be somebody's partner, then you don't need a man.
They said that there's somebody for everybody. How does that work out?
I didn't. You ain't gonna hear me say that. I ain't never said. Some people deserve to be single forever, and some people don't need to be out here reproducing. Some people are better off not having kids because they produce knuckleheads. They want to shoot up schools and commit crime and wear their pants around their ankles. That's what the notion of everybody needs somebody's getting us. Everybody thinking with their emotions and out here in sad situations and going to prison for taking care of their family. Let them tell it. That's what that whole notion of everybody for somebody's getting everybody. Situations like that. I ain't subscribing to nonsense. I don't have to.
Wow.
So when I ask the individual that I gave specific instructions that I know will help them, when they come back to me with some I'm a work in progress, it's as if they want me to subscribe to their nonsense. Well, ma'am, Why am I should stop your nonsense? You're not in the position of you're not in the position of bargaining on none of these topics. You the one with the baby daddies with issues. I'm the one with no baby mamas at all, and I'm the one making 200,000, and you paid me, ma'am, to be here. That's the reality.
Okay.
Deal with it.
Well, maybe whenever she said, excuse me, perhaps when she was revisiting the trauma of the issues that she deals with, perhaps when she was revisiting the trauma, she felt like it was triggering. And although she's tried in on many levels to try to get over that hurdle, it's been more of an obstacle than what she, could actually or knew how to get over. I mean, maybe she was just asking for some more time. Like, what's the probationary period with you?
It ain't no at this point. Ain't no probationary period. You got one strike now. It's over. Probation for what?
Wow.
When I can be great by myself. I ain't gonna say the notion I can be bad by myself. I ain't bad. I can be great by myself. You have the privilege of my greatness. Just me even talking to you is a privilege. That's just what it is. I put in the work to put myself in that scenario. That's why I call myself the presidential intellectual masculine pursuit. You think the president of the United States is up there pleading with somebody to take their advice? You think he pleading with the Secretary of State to take his advice when he say, "Hey, Secretary of State, I need you to do that"? Or you think the Secretary of State is responding with, "I'm a work in progress"? He say, "Hey, I need you to launch that missile." Or you think he's doing yes? He said, "Yes, sir, Mr. President." And that's the Secretary of State. She ain't the Secretary of State. That's why.
Can I get some FaceTime? Can I get the screen? Can you blow me up real fast?
Hold on. Okay, hold on.
I can't see myself real good right now. I want to be blown up.
All right, hold on.
You take yourself all the way off, actually. Can you guys hear me? Pimp, are you there? I'm not sure if anyone can hear me, but if you're Pimp, are you there?
I'm there.
Okay. Blow me up one more time. I'm sorry for technical difficulties. I had an incoming call. Okay. All right, I'm on, Coach. Hello, ladies. Good afternoon. Good evening. If you're watching this, I just want you to know that the pimp is on a hunt. The pimp is searching for some bona fide BBWs to join the team. What I'd like to let you ladies know that there is a one-strike rule. If you do not comply with the one-strike rule, you will be eliminated immediately from the hiring process of being on the congregation council. I'm sorry, I'm having technical difficulties, incoming calls, but listen, if you can hear me out there, ladies, if you are a woman who is totally engaged with her femininity, if you are completely aware of the difference between femininity and masculinity, the presidential intellectual masculine perceived is looking for you. He wants you. And if you have about 4 or 5 friends that are just like you, he wants them too. There may be a small deposit required, but don't worry. It's totally refundable. So, yeah, I just wanted to do that marketing and advertising for some new BBWs. All right, Pimp, you take it away. Hello? Can y'all hear me out there?
Yeah, we can hear you, Pro J. I appreciate that. Marketing materials, understand me. Drop that You know what I'm saying? Good news that they can use. Understand me? Appreciate that. Hey man, I'm not I'm not a hard person to please, man. I think my demands are fair within the realm of what I've conditioned myself to be. I am a man who makes close to 200 grand. No kid. I'm not ugly. I can walk outside and people want to take pictures with me. Why am I compromising with you and your 3 baby daddies? Huh? Do what? No.
But that's being so biased because you originally accepted her with her 3 baby daddies. You knew about those baby daddies from the jump, so
but
she shouldn't have been
that was
an
when I
option.
didn't know any better. You are correct. That's why I didn't know any better. She's fully aware of the new expectations now. She chose not to confront.
Okay,
She said herself that I was messing
so you
up.
can't be like, oh well, you got 3 baby daddies. Well, you've been okay with them 3 baby daddies, so don't use that dialogue because
I'm using the dialogue just to hammer on point. I was okay with it until me being okay with it has nothing to do with the fact that she got 3 baby daddies. It has to do with the fact that she's showing process and improvement on being more feminine, understanding the value of doing that. I can deal with the nonsense if you providing value and being feminine. But as soon as you stop being feminine and providing value, now all the other stuff has got you in the hot water. Now you ain't
okay, but how easy? It's not as easy as it seems to be. It's extremely feminine and submissive and vulnerable in those situations when you do have 3 baby daddies. Like that right there shows a track record of a lack of femininity.
That's also why I said maybe I shouldn't be dealing with women that got all that baggage, man.
Absolutely. So in the hiring process, we won't be accepting multiple baby daddies and things like that. Is that what we're saying?
Like as I said, if there's a probationary period, it's tied to the fact that that's what they got going on. If they can compensate or they can be more valuable, if they can outweigh their baggage, I'm not expecting people to be perfect. If your value is outweighing your baggage, then I'll accept it. There's a point in time where I feel like their value was outweighing their baggage. But that time is come and gone. The one BBW is still around. Her value is outweighing her baggage. So I'm willing to deal with her baggage. I'm willing to deal with her insecurities. As long as you provide value and staying feminine, I'll deal with it. But as soon as you stop providing value and being feminine, then no. What you here for? Just that. I don't need a ping pal. I don't need somebody text I love you every morning. I don't need all that.
I think so. Moving forward, the only BBW who should be allowed to maintain, because she held frame for a couple of years now with her femininity and continued to progress. I think she should be the only one who's given a pass on anything. She's my favorite.
Yes. No more passes for new. All BBWs got a 1-strike rule. First thing you mess up, you out of here.
Yeah, I think you should confirm those things with that BBW too. I think it should definitely fly by her first because y'all are a well-oiled machine. And I mean, she would be like, just per se, if you were like really out there doing this stuff, she would be like the bottom. Like she would be the most important of them all.
Yeah, I think it's wise to send them that she can have a conversation. She might better see things, pick up on things that I might not see.
Absolutely. I think that's.
And that's the kind of trust and that's the level of security I need to have with a BBW. I need to be able to trust your judgment. I can't trust your judgment when I ask you a question and your response is, I'm a work in progress. How the hell am I supposed to trust you?
Don't say that anymore. I feel like you holding on to that.
All right, we lost the church. Let's see. We had Nico has a comment. Probationary period to get the type of timing you need. You own type of timing. Playing difficult advocate. Hey man, this is real life. I heard love is a context sport. Hey, I can play it, but I can't play for too long because they copyright claim my video when I played it too many times. So I can't really play that. If I play it, I gotta play it in real short spurts. I can't play the whole thing. YouTube picked up on it last time I had to edit the video. So that's why I ain't played it. But what was on? What we got going on, church? New and improved BBWs, understand me? The other ones was cool. I actually liked them, man. I actually loved them, understand me? We was all one band, one sound for a minute. It was going great, and then life happened. They couldn't maintain. And it's all about that pressure of performance. Like I am, like I said, I've done a lot of great things in my short period of time on this planet Earth, and within the span of about 5 or 6 years, I took myself from homeless to $200,000. I'm not about to sit up here and be debating with no woman about her baggage from my baby daddy. I really don't care. I'll help you with it, but you got to give me the opportunity to help you. If I give you instructions, say, hey, woman, I need you to lean on me for this stuff because I know I have the ability to decipher it and solve it for you or help you with it. Then give me that opportunity, woman. Don't take my opportunity away to help you just because you feel like you in the way. Because one of the things she said was, I didn't want to get on the way. I know you're busy with the show. Like, man, you used to be on the show. And you know I'm doing this to make us rich. And you know it's gonna happen. You know I do everything I say I'm gonna do. So you know I'm about to be a millionaire soon. I asked you to invest in this process, and you can't keep your eye on the prize and stay feminine and useful, and you expect me to deal with you and your baby daddy and mama issues. No, ma'am. I can't do it. That's not a fair exchange. I'm doing too much. Tragic. You get you a fan, I guess. Guess we gotta upgrade the Protégé's setup over here. I guess might have to get her a camera. It's all good though. We're going on the next topic. So the Protégé laid it out there straight for y'all. Understand me? The expectations for the new BBWs. We got a 1 strike rule in effect immediately. Looking for some new ones, man. If you're feminine and useful, hit me up. Understand me? And I already talked about the process. And what's the plans for survival to simp going forward? Understand me? So going forward, I'm gonna do everything I can to be more consistent with the lives. I got my editor working on chopping up a lot of old stuff and putting out the little small snippets of it. If y'all notice, we've been doing chop up videos and doing like the little short form videos. I'm trying to get some lovely ladies in here to do some more sit down content. I did have a young lady that I thought was all in for us. She's going to be one of our mainstay members of the show for is the segment called the rehabilitation of the alpha female. She found herself not doing what she said she wanted to do, and she got struck, and she struck out. Actually, that was her second strike. So I gave her a couple chances. She said she'd go do one thing and did another, and then I told her about herself. So going forward, what's going to happen on the show is that I'm going to make a tangible effort to get more women that I feel like, even if they fit the description or not, I want to put them in a position to where I want to get all perspectives on whatever path they're on, or is going from where they are to where they want to be when it comes to this femininity stuff, right? If a woman is not as feminine as she needs to be, for my perspective, then I want to give her the tangible logic behind why she doesn't have the life she wants. If you're a beautiful woman, well accomplished, well spoken, you look good, your body's in shape, and you don't got no real baggage when it comes to baby daddies, there's absolutely no reason on earth that you're still single and not have a husband and not living the life of your dreams, other than you're way too masculine. Or you just don't understand what it means to be sexually polarized. That's the only logical reason why a woman in that scenario can be single still and not married and living the life of her dreams. If you check all the blocks for all those attributes, there's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't have all of that. And I'm just here to teach you how to get it. Now, if you don't check all of the blocks, if you're not well spoken, you're not well accomplished, you're not beautiful, and you got drama and all that stuff, then maybe that happy ever life, the life ain't for you no more. Maybe you had your chance and you blew it, or maybe you're going to have to pay somebody like how my BBWs had to pay, and maybe you got to give up a little bit more than you're willing to give up. Maybe you got to be a little way more feminine than you ever been in your life, and be way more useful than you ever been to your life for a man. But that's your reality, because you are no longer an extreme asset because you got way more baggage now. It's like you asking a man to pay the new car price for the old beat up car that somebody else done ran through a couple times, and the tires bald, they got an oil leak, the transmission slipping, but you expect somebody to pay full price. That's literally what you're doing when you're asking me, a man that's in a position to call himself a presidential intellectual masculinity perceived. When you're asking a man like that to deal with you in your drama, and a man like that will be a fool to do so. So there was a point in time where I did. You should have caught me 10 years ago. I might would have deal with you in your nonsense, but those days have come and gone. So it's lighten the mood a little bit. Understand me? Holidays with the family. So, Turkey Day coming up Wednesday. I doubt if I go live, I think I'll probably be cutting hair Wednesday night because I know people want to get a pre-Thanksgiving haircut. So with that said, you know, y'all be safe out there for the holidays. Understand me? It's always a good time. It's a point in time I was real big on like debating the origin of all these holidays and debating the real root cause of us even celebrating these quote unquote pagan holidays. Now I'm to the point to where it's a lost cause. People gonna celebrate this stuff, and I just kind of changed the dynamic of what is the real root issue for us to go ahead and it's just an excuse to get together and enjoy family, man. So I had a couple of relatives that passed away. Actually, some that passed away pretty young over the couple months ago, actually. So, you know, life is too short, man. Take advantage of the fact that, you know, you're still around, you're still able to enjoy life. Go be with some family, go eat you some turkey, man. Go watch the Cowboys, understand me? And just enjoy the fact that you had the opportunity to be around people that actually make genuinely care about you. Whether they do or not, they may act like it, understand me? So just enjoy yourselves, man, over the holidays. Be safe. Don't go out here doing them too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you be safe with everything you do and just go out there and have a good time with your family and cook some good meals and watch some football, understand me? That's what I gotta say about it. Just do a little, happy holidays cheer, understand me, on the show. Got another text. Let's see what somebody got to say, understand me? What they gotta say to the presidential. So maybe, we got a potential BBW on the line, man. She kind of cute too. I don't know if she got kids and stuff, but she just texted me, said she interested in coming on the show. Understand me? We got a potential, but she was kind of cute too. She was fine. She had a little legs out with a little dress, like ooh. So we might have us one church. We'll see. She might just talk good game. We'll see. We definitely go find out. Understand me? But she just texted. She was watching the show. I don't know if she's still watching right now, but I appreciate that text, young lady. We'll see what you're talking about here in a minute. She said she got a bunch of questions. Don't ask too many questions now. Seeing is believing. Understand me? All right. Move on to this topic. Advice. Okay, so this is I think I was talking about earlier about what to do. And dang, I lost my train of thoughts. All right, so yeah. About starting a YouTube channel. Okay. All right. Advice when you have free time. When you have free time, this is the notion that your free time is your time to rest. That is a recipe for disaster. That is the notion of logic that keeps you broke. If you have free time, you should be using that free time to put yourself in a position where you're working your way out of your job. Not to say you ever quit your job, because I like my job. So I probably will be working the kind of work I do and the money I make doing my kind of job. I probably always be. Even if I became rich, whatever I'm doing, I probably still work my job because they pay me pretty good amount of money to do it. It's not physically demanding work. You literally can work from home and stuff. So I probably would do that until I can't do it no more. Until it makes sense not to do it. Like if I get to the point where I'm making millions of dollars doing this, then obviously I might make that decision. But who knows? But whatever the case, you should be using all your free time to work on yourself, to develop yourself, acquire new skills. There's so much information on the internet. There's so much stuff you can learn on a YouTube channel or a YouTube video. You literally can watch a YouTube video that teach you how to learn how to code a computer or learn how to be a plumber. You can learn everything on YouTube now. There's no excuse for you being in a bad spot in life. You should be able to go out here and acquire tangible skills, and all the information out there to do so is at your fingertips, literally. So that's what you should be doing with your free time. Free time is not for resting and not for wasting, especially if you're not in a position of success yet. I've done a little bit of work and I got myself in a good spot, but now I'm back motivated. I got the iron of the tiger, man. I got the iron in the fire. There's things I need to do. I went from homeless to 200. Now I need to go from 200 to $1 million. And that's going to require a lot more work from me. It's going to require me not to be wasting my free time. So that's my advice. Now, to segue into what I was talking to you about earlier about the YouTube channel process, right? On what you must do as a YouTube content creator. There's exceptions to the rules, and there's still people can slip through the cracks, but these are things that you must do if you want to actually have a quote unquote successful channel in 2022. Got a couple more comments. Happy Thanksgiving, congregation, understand me? Enjoy your family, safe travels, understand me? Cool. Let us help you decide. Oh, well, so I don't know if she's gonna come on the show. Let me text her and see if she want to come on and talk. Let me see, man. She might not want to come up. I'll text her right now, so we'll see if she come on the show. But she look kind of cute on the picture, so we'll see. Might have been catfish. We don't know. She might leave me on red. Strike one. If she leave me on red, no respond. That's strike one, Trey. She already out of there. It's hard out here for a pimp, man. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so the YouTube channel, right? So if you decide you want to start a YouTube channel, if you want to be a part of content creation in 2022, what you must do is you need to provide value, or the information you have needs to actually be useful. You need to try to entertain them with this value, and you gotta be quick to get to your points. Don't string them. Don't clickbait people. Don't say that the video is about one thing and it turns out to be about another. Get to what you're talking about real quick. Those are like the keys to being successful on YouTube, and make them feel something. I was talking to my cousin. He's gonna start a channel here pretty soon. But he seemed like he got something brewing. It's gonna be great too when he actually starts it out. But he seemed like he got all the logic down, and that's the thing he maybe really harp on was you gotta make them feel something. So make them feel something. That's number one, actually. Make them feel something. Make sure it's valuable and tangible information. That's actually stuff that's going to be knowledgeable. Make sure you entertain them, and make sure you get to the point as fast as possible. Now there's going to be like kind of cliffhangers and stuff like that, and there's a whole logic behind trying to like keep people on the hook so they watch your video longer. But once you get big enough, people are going to watch your content regardless, so you ain't got to really worry about that too much. As long as you checking all those blocks, you'll be fine. So provide value, make them feel something, make sure it's entertaining. That's the whole pimp persona. This is not me acting. This is really how I am when I go outside. But all I did was turn the camera on. Fortunately for me, that's the hard part for a lot of people. A lot of people struggle with the topics. They don't know what to talk about, and a lot of people struggle with the entertainment factor. They may have knowledge, but they don't know how to get it out, and they don't know how to entertain people in the process of doing it. So those are the things. But if you can figure those out, you'll be okay. They said they don't want to call in for a reason. So cool. But at least they text back, so that's good. All right, they say it's not clear on the content. I don't know what that means, but cool. All right, so that's what my advice. That's the presidential intellectual masculinity, Bryce. Advice when you have free time. And this is our last topic for tonight until we go get some biblical context on fame and fortune after this. All right, so what to do for fun? All right, so I am a big advocate of you can't work. You do have to decompress every now and then. Personally, I like to play a video game or two. I don't play as much as I used to. I used to actually play Madden for money and stuff like that, but I don't really play. I ain't playing Madden all 2022. I ain't played the new Madden more than once or twice just to get used to the game, and I ain't played it since then because I don't have the time. So what you do for fun? What I'm doing for fun nowadays is I'm always constantly thinking about how can I make more money, man. That's what's fun to me right now. Not to say that I'm a workaholic, which I am. I've kind of conditioned myself to work 7 days a week, and I've been doing that for a while. But I actually block my Sundays where I actually go to church down in Winona, Texas. Now I make that drive every weekend, or try to at least as much as I can. And I joined the choir and everything, so I'm part of the men's choir and everything. So we actually putting some money up and trying to do some little outside the box when it comes to building up a congregation of church members. So if it is anybody watching this, past, present, or future, if you're local to Tyler, Texas, or Winona, Texas, what we're doing is we're starting a program to where I'm going to personally put up $500, and then we're going to continue to add money to that pot. The whole church, anybody can donate money to this, but basically we're going to put together a lump sum of money. And my notion of is if the pastor get paid, everybody get paid, right? So if you're doing the Lord's work, you should be compensated for that. So basically, I'm going to put up $500 to start it, and throughout the course of a year, we're going to continue to add money to that. I might put $500 in a month. I don't know. Who knows? But by the end of the year, this time next Christmas, next holiday season, we're going to give away however much money is in that pot to the person who brings the most members to the church. That's basically what we're doing. That's why I feel like it would be something that'll be grandiose in scale and actually do the Lord's work, so to speak. Put the money where the mouth is. Huh? And like I said, if you're doing the Lord's work, why shouldn't you get paid? You know, the church bill and the church mortgage is paid with money. It's not paid with love and faith. Paid with money. So if the same thing you put in should be the same thing you get out, if you ask me. That's just my logic behind it. So that's what I'm going to do to build that church. You know, that's just what I'm going to do. So what I do for fun, I think of more ways to make money. I suggest you do the same thing. If you want to collaborate with me, hey, I'm an email, all the information in the description. Is real easy to get in contact with me. I want to work with anybody who understands the logic of being more feminine if you're a woman and more masculine if you're a man. Heterosexual. Now, in same-sex couples, y'all still have to have sexual polarity, but you have to decide, or am I more masculine person or am I more feminine person? And you need to pick that and stay there. Don't be all over the place. It behooves you to pick one and stay there. Trust me. Well, you ain't got to trust me. Trust the results. All right. This is our last topic for tonight. What is the biblical context on fame and fortune? Let me see what the word has to say about that. I know it got to have something. I know it didn't have nothing about friends, though. the Bible didn't say nothing about men and women being friends. It's like the Bible didn't even acknowledge the notion. So if you're out here trying to be a woman's friend and you're a heterosexual man, you are a absolute positive fool. Because it's not even the word. The Bible don't even acknowledge the notion. It's as if it doesn't exist. It doesn't even acknowledge the prospect or the notion or the reality that you would even choose to be a woman's friend. That's how irrelevant or how nonsensical the notion of trying to be a woman's friend is as a heterosexual man. And it's crazy that we don't even know that until you actually go look in the Bible, and the absence of evidence is the evidence of absence, if that makes sense to y'all simple-minded fools. The fact that it's not in there at all should let you know you shouldn't be doing it. But whatever. The Bible on fame and fortune, auto clean. So we know it's gonna be in there. Other verses on hope and strength. What does the Bible says about fame? Let's see. Is it sinful to seek fame online? Let's see. I actually found something that says that verbatim. Let me see what it says. Let's get to the scriptures if we can find it. Nope, I don't see it. What is this is on the front page. Good. What does the Bible say about fame? While it is a sin to desire fame, it may not be a sin to desire to be influential. Oh my God. See, you see how the word works, church? Jesus Christ. You see how that works? I ain't read the Bible like I should in a long time. But it's amazing that while it is a sin to desire fame, it may not be a sin to desire to be influential. We can't get this word out here if nobody knows about us, man. You gotta have the clout and the fame. You gotta have it. That's just what has to happen. If you don't get it, nobody can listen to you. It's just what it is. Don't hate the play, hate the game. Jesus said, "Let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven." I don't think we got to read on this other than that, church. We are doing this to push the agenda of the Lord. We must do our good work so that people may see them, so they can spread the good news, so they can talk about their church where people getting paid to bring members to church, where they can talk about this show with a pimp and a pastor and a protege, and they bring in Bible study. It is necessary. We ain't there yet, but we got work to do. Understand me? This is a part of the process. We appreciate the people that came out to watch us tonight, to experience this glorious evening. We got more people than I expected us to get special defense. I lost my Facebook page. The fact that we had up to 10 people watching tonight, that was a good deal. Understand me? I appreciate everybody that chimed in. Understand me? We gonna get up out of here, baby. This is a good show. This is my first live in a couple of weeks, and I feel like the fact that we had this many people watching, it means we got a little audience. We got some people that's rocking with this pimping. Understand me? And for y'all that really rocking with it, man, I really appreciate y'all. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the shares. I appreciate the subscriptions. Man, you know, it's all good. Without y'all, we are nothing. We need y'all to make this thing, y'all, the lifeblood of this channel, understand me? You know what? We put the money in and we put it up. You know, we spent the 10 years to get it going, understand me? But it's going to be y'all contributions that is going to get us to the promised land. We can't do it without y'all. YouTube ain't going to push us if y'all ain't watching, understand me? That's what it is. But it seems like we got people that want to watch. This is a small time channel right now, but the fact that we got 10 people watching, we got 300 subscribers, that means we're doing pretty good, understand me? Most channels don't get that much, not in this amount of time. So with that said, man, we're gonna let y'all get up out of here tonight, get y'all some breast. I might go BBW hunting tonight, understand me? So I might go see if I can find me one downstairs, understand me? So with that said, I appreciate y'all, love y'all, understand me? I think I don't know, I might try to, if I get out the shop early enough, I might try to do something Wednesday, but that's like the day before Thanksgiving. So more likely I'll probably chilling with family or preparing to do that after I get through cutting hair. So more likely I might not do a live Wednesday, but I most definitely will probably do one Sunday, then Monday, and then back to our regular scheduled program. We're doing at least 3 times a week. I try to Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday, or at least Monday and Wednesday. And then I think the pastor, don't quote me on this, but he did say he might be available, so we might expect to see us to have a sit down show with me, the pastor, and maybe potentially the protege. Or I might have me a new BBW on the couch. Understand me? Who knows? Understand me? You never know what you might find on Survival Simp, baby. But you do know we got that freshest, creamiest dip. Understand me? We walking with a lip. Understand me? And we go put that dip on your chip. Understand me? That's just what it's gonna do, baby. That's just what we do here. That's just how it's gonna be because the Lord said so, church. We'll holler at y'all, mate. Survival of the Simp.